What's going on, everyone? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Not sure if it's one of those late at night or really early in the morning kind of times, but we are up and we are playing, but not really trying to get into anything too exciting or too involved. So this is just kick back, relax, do something silly time. And this is when I do my different weapon camos. Now, weapons camos are something kind of interesting. It's a good amount of people that couldn't care less about the weapon camos and can't be bothered to do it or don't want to do it, which is fine. My outlook on it is it's something to do. I'm just playing this for fun. So, if you got extra challenges or things that push me beyond what I normally do, then sure, why not? We'll give it a try. But when you first look at weapons camos, it can be quite daunting. There's 4 base camos, and then there's 4 mastery camos, and there's a set for zombies, a set for multiplayer and Warzone. So I mean, that's a lot, and especially if you haven't ever done any, you can look at this as a very monumental task, and it is. But you can do it smarter. There's smarter ways to do this. And this is how I approach doing the weapon camo grind. So, the first thing that I want to point out is when you look at a weapons camo, let's say we had this one on here. You know what? Let's do this. Right, so this is a category for assault rifles. And you could sit here and do these one at a time and, just check them off the list and then move to battle rifles, then move to submachine guns. What I prefer to do is I'll combine weapons that I'm doing my camos on in basically 2 groups. So the first group would be an assault weapon or assault rifle for primary, and then I'll do an LMG as my secondary weapon, and I work on both of them. When I do battle rifles, I usually like to pair them up with shotguns. And when I do SMGs, I will pair them up with the marksman rifles. So what I'm basically doing there is I'm giving myself a long range weapon, something I can work at a distance with, and then something that's better for close up. And that way I'm kind of covering all of my bases as far as when I get into an engagement. Now, there's also, when you look at it, like I said, LMGs, there's, let's go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So there's 6 LMGs. Went too far, sorry. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So even if you do them together, you're going to have one extra one. And that's when I'll start working in either a sniper rifle or a handgun or a launcher. Or possibly the melee as well. And the same thing goes, like if you look, like I said, with SMGs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And I'll pair them up with a marksman rifle, which only has 4. So I know that I'll be working in 3 of maybe the sniper rifles to recover that range, or the launchers. So that's one of the things I do. I try to pair up and bring in 2 weapons. Now for this one, tonight anyway, what I'm looking at is working on the FR Avancer, and I want to pair that up with the RAL MG. Now I have already completed the Borealis camo. And in fact, I'm working on doing the mastery camos here with the X amount of kills once you've unlocked that set. Now, I'm at 400 out of 1200 for Borealis with the Bass B, and if you watch my content, you know that is my preferred gun is the one I use for doing everything. And you know, once I get to 1200, we're gonna put this thing up on the shelf and move on to working on another gun that's gonna be the primary weapon I use. Will I never go back to this? Well, you know, absolutely. I'll pick it up every now and then, especially, you know, feeling nostalgic or whatever. But once it's completed, it's going to kind of be time to move on. And once I got Borealis, I didn't know if I wanted to keep working on these masteries or if I wanted to start doing the weapons from Modern Warfare 2, because they have a different subset altogether. And I kind of played around with doing the masteries, but now we're going to focus on getting these camos done for those earlier guns, which can be challenging because I don't feel, and maybe this is just my personal opinion, but I don't feel like they deal out the damage as a whole that you see from the Modern Warfare 3 guns. And I believe there's a reason for that. I think when they ported everything over, the newer guns had a better base damage. Everything was based off of Modern Warfare 3 content, and even though the older guns came over, they didn't quite update to the changes of the world. So they seem a little less capable. They're still good, they still work, still get the job done, but seems, I don't know, just a little off. So let's take a look at what camos requirements we have to do for these guns. Everything starts out with that 250 kills, so that's really easy. You know, you're just going to kill 250 things, and you don't have to do this in one match. If you do, it specifies that you have to do it in one match, but this one is just get 250 kills. Next one is 50 mercenary kills, which that sucks. Now, I don't mind killing mercenaries, it's not the problem, it's just finding them. How much time am I going to spend going from camp to strongholds, searching out or engaging convoys? Just, you know, just a pain in the ass. But 50, that's a lot, but yeah, we can do that. Next is going to be 250 kills with fire. So I definitely want to pair that up, start shooting fire rounds immediately so that I'm working on both of those categories at the same time. And then the final one is 200 critical kills, which we can do while we're doing all of these. So, ain't happy about the mercenaries, but the rest of it's meh, not bad. And our hope is to actually get all 4 of these done in one match so that we get credit for the Golden Ivory, which is to just get 100 kills and fully extract. That would be nice. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Our goal, but not a requirement. So that's the FR. And of course, we already got the weapon built with silencer, our underbarrel, as many rounds as we can bring in. One thing that's changed is started using the holotherm optic instead of trusty old Teplo that you see me using all the time. Now, on a ranged weapon, like a battle rifle, a marksman rifle, you're still going to see that on there, but I tend to go more of an iron sight direction or a smaller sight direction when I use assault rifles. Just feels better for me. Don't quite need the range that you're going to get from a solid scope, but again, I still use the thermal, so. And put it up with the combo. But same concept here. I always go for range and accuracy and prefer recoil control over anything else. But yeah, there you have it. So we're going to go ahead and equip that. And then, like I said, we're going to do a machine gun with it. You know what? Let's take a look. I don't think I've built one. Let's take a look at what the camo requirements are for the RAL. Again, everything starts with 250 kills, 10 kills without reloading, Shouldn't be too hard with a machine gun. Again, every time we go in with the biggest magazine we can bring. 50 armored zombie kills. Okay, so the armored zombies, there's very few of them in Tier 1, but they're all over the place in Tier 2 and Tier 3. So what that says to me is I'm going to have to do them there. We still might be able to do it. This is going to require definitely a Pack-a-Punch 1, probably a Pack-a-Punch 2 in order for us to survive in the Tier 2 area for a long period of time. Okay. 250 kills with toxic damage. Okay, that's brain rot. But, okay, so this gun, we are not going to be able to do it in one match. We could try, but the reason I say this is because we have to go into Tier 2 at least with this, which means more rounds. We're going to have to put more rounds in these armored zombies to kill them. Not that many, but it will be some more. And if we're going to try to do toxic damage, the problem is, I think when we're doing those armored zombies, a lot of them are going to get turned by brain rot. And that doesn't count. So, So what I would do in this case is this gun is going to be a 2 deployment gun. In one, I'm going to work on getting the 250 kills. Probably do the toxic and just stay in Tier 1. And this should happen as well. And we're going to leave this one alone. Yeah. We're going to leave this one alone. And we'll do this a second run when we pack this one up to be able to handle it. Because I just don't want that brain rot to interfere. And make it a 2 deployment anyway. And then we should be able, even if we do this 50 armored zombie kills, we'll be able to get the 100 kills. So this gun, by its requirements, just to make it, just to keep my sanity, this one I'm going to have to do in 2 runs, and I know that. So we'll put this on, we'll focus on the advancer, get as much of this done as we can, and then we'll switch to another assault rifle to work on and finish this one up as well. So the question is, which do we want to do first? I think we're going to work on the toxic. Just because it's 250 kills, so we can knock both of those 2 out at the same time. That should happen naturally. And then our second deployment, we know we're going to go Tier 2 to knock these 2 out. So there's our plan. Let's go ahead and build this gun. As you see, I always go with a suppressor. And like I said, we're going to go... Yeah, she's got 75 rounds to start with. We're going to go ahead and go with 100. That's going to slow us down a little bit, but it'll be fine. Good under barrel. Okay. So, as you know, when you put something on a gun, it's got positives and negatives. Like in this case, aim walking steadiness and idle. Aiming idle are good, but our walking speed and our crouch movements can be lower. I don't like anything that... Let me see here. So, when you look at this one, like the sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, crouch movement, aim walking, they're all going to be down. But you're getting a lot more. Your idle aim, your walking aim, your recoil control, and your gun kick. Even though it's 4 and 4. Look at that. Yeah. I don't plan to do too many crouch walking and all that, but yeah, this XRK looks better. Not as much on accuracy and recoil though. think we're gonna go here. Yeah, I think we'll go there. The machine gun, so of course. Go with the Op 3 thermal, and we still got one more. Let's see what barrels can do for us. And again, personal preference. Oh yeah, that's an accuracy boost. Aim walking speed. Okay, well, there we go. There's our 5. And of course we're going to name it. Same thing we always do. S for silenced, suppressed, T for thermal, and we'll call it Camo Pro, which is camouflage progression. So it's just camo progression, nothing too special. Alright. So now we do know that we definitely need to bring a brain rot along with that. The FR, just to refresh, is just get a bunch of kills, kill some mercenaries, and we need fire on this. So we need to bring fire and brain rot ammo mods in order to try to get these done. So let's go do that. What do we got here? Take that off. Put the advancer in primary. Put the RAL. There we go. So whenever I do camos like this, I will go ahead and spend the acquisitions in order to make sure that I have one gun that in case it hits the fan, I'll be able to get out of trouble. And by that I mean I'm definitely going to bring an Ethereum crystal, at least Pack-a-Punch 1. Since this round we're not going into Tier 2, or don't have to go into Tier 2, it probably won't at all. Don't really need to pipe it up that much more. And I think my schematics are all on cooldowns there. Tools, so it seems a little heavy. Yeah. So we're just going to bring that in. I would love to have some kind of an ether tool on it, but also it shouldn't be too hard to find one. And I'm going to put this all on the assault rifle. The machine gun will let it be a little low-key this round. So we're going to go in to our ammo mods, and we know we need fire, the advancer, and I'm going to skip this. Normally I like to keep it kind of organized to where I have the ether crystal and ether tool and then an ammo mod. So this is for the first gun, and this will be for the second gun, but we are not going to bring in anything but that. And the reason I say that is because as we progress through with the advancer, any money we make or anything we get, we'll dump into the RAL in order to beef it up a little bit. So we have a place for all the money and the essence, I'm sorry, to go. Okay, so last thing I want to do is we're going to check. So I got 2 minutes left before speed cola is back up. So I'm going to go ahead and craft some of the other stuff I need or prefer. I like to bring in the Juggernog just for that extra health in case bad things occur. Gives you that little bit of extra life to play with. And then stamina just so you can sprint and run faster. It's always good. And then if you're going to use a machine gun, you better bring speed cola. Oh my gosh, if not, it's, you know, hit the reload button. You can go get a snack. Hopefully you don't die in the process. But the reloads on those machine guns are so pathetically slow. I mean, it makes sense. And I'm not disagreeing with the fact that it's slow, but oh, it's just painful. It's just painful. So we need to give that 2 minutes in order for that to. So Cycle minute 45. So, just a refresher here is for the FR, just need to get 250 kills, 50 mercenaries, kill them with fire, which we'll have, so when this clicks, this should pretty close click as well. Mercenaries I don't think are going to count for damage with fire, so might be a little lag depending on how quickly we're engaging mercenaries. And then critical kills, we're just going to do our best to aim properly and get that done within these. And once that is done, they should all click. And this is the one we're going to focus more heavily on to get all 4 of these base camos and the golden ivory done. And then, just also to refresh, we are focusing on 250 kills if we can. This should happen naturally, just the 10 kills without reloading. Hopefully there's no glitched or broken status on this, so it works the way it's supposed to. And then the 250 kills with toxic. And we're not going to go in there to mess around with zombies, so we're not going to get this one done. But we basically have to get at least 500 kills if we do it properly, which we aren't going to. So I say we're not going to do it properly because sometimes things don't count, or you know, it happens. We all know what that means. It says you got 30 kills, but did you? And was it 30? Was it 35? Before you get the jackrabbit message. So I don't know why some kills don't seem to count, or sometimes the numbers are off, but whatever it is, it happens. It happens. Let's see. So how are we going to do this? Well, first we're going to go in and we're just going to play normal. The contracts I love to do for these are the speed colas up. I love doing the escort contracts. Escort contracts can get you a lot of these different camos, like some of them require you to get hellhound kills. The 250 kills, the ones with the brain rot or the napalm, the fire. There's a plethora, which means a lot, of there's a joke in there, but a plethora of enemies, and you get your manglers in there, you get your special zombies. And once you've done them enough, it's pretty easy to do by yourself once you get the hang of it. And in a team, it's obviously even easier, but you are spreading your kills out between a group or multiple people. But with the Pack-a-Punch 1 assault rifle, even without the ether tool on there, I'm pretty sure I can get that done by myself without running into any problems, and we'll rack up a good number of kills. You can do an Outlast contract, spore controls, basically anything that's going to spawn you a good quantity of enemies you want to do. You could also go in and just try to exfil camp with this, or exfil farm. I don't, I hate doing that. I hate just standing in the same place for 35-40 minutes and just shooting things to get numbers on boxes. So I'll go in, I'll do some contracts, and that also helps with, doing your unlocks, getting your XP, the event XP, things like that. So, yeah. Now, I also, whenever I'm doing weapons camos, I like to concentrate on that daily challenges up there on the left and try to work that into what I'm doing. So, it absolutely does not apply to anything I'm doing right now, but I'm level 250. That XP is not that important to me. There is an event going on. I got 4 days. I think I have 2 clicks left. So I'm well in range of that. So the XP doesn't matter, but you can also knock out these daily challenges while you're doing this. Find a gun that needs frost damage instead of fire or brain rot. Get 100 kills with a marksman rifle. Okay, we'll bring in a marksman rifle. So it's just another way that you can speed through some of these things and make what you're doing a little more valuable, I guess you could say. Or at least more efficient, anyway. But we're going to head in and see how much of this we can get done. Here we go. We're probably not going to make you sit through all of this, and I'll in fact cut the mic off, and we'll pick up what happens when we get in there up in the studio. So I will catch you guys then. Ooh, we gotta stop recording content when we're that tired. It's also for the past week I've been sick, so that doesn't help either. But a little more enthusiasm, a little more excitement. I know we're just doing camo grinds, but let's get into it. So we're gonna deploy here, and the first thing we're gonna do, make sure everything's working. There we go. At least we're aiming properly. And then we're just going to apply the acquisitions that we came in with. Again, we're going to pack-a-punch that main gun there so we have something to do. We're going to put the napalm on it, switch guns, and we'll stick our brain rod on the machine gun, and then we're going to use our perks. So here we go. We're set to rock. The first thing I'm going to try to focus on is going to be those mercenary kills with the FR. It's not that they're the hardest thing to do, but it's pretty specific, and I gotta find 50 of them. So I could do contracts, the defend ground station and the ether extractors. They're all mercenary based. They are the more difficult, and I'm not trying to break the game here. So I'm going to look for some mercenary camps and some strongholds and see what I can get done that way. So here we're going to work on just getting some of our 250 kills, plus we're also doing the criticals. Whenever you do a mercenary stronghold or camp, it's a good idea to clear out anything you see around you. Just because I might be using suppressors and I might be going quiet, but the mercenaries certainly aren't. It does draw attention, so you constantly got to look behind you. In this case, like here. But we're going to just approach this camp and take out as many mercenaries as we can find. There's usually 10, around 10. It can be less. I've seen times where mercenary camps have been hit by the hordes, and for some reason, mercenaries don't seem to do that well against zombies. I don't know why. Maybe if you've seen this too as well. But it's, there we go. UAV blows up, so we're good. But it just seems to me that we're going to take this. Yeah, we'll take the stronghold. The mercenaries don't just do well against zombies. Zombies usually overrun them. And I've actually approached camps that have disappeared because the zombies wiped everybody out before I could get there. So, interesting. But, so I got a little greedy here and wanted to get some more of the critical kills and just doing some more work with the FR. And also, wanted to get some plates before we go into a stronghold. One of the best ways to get plates is to do a stronghold as long as you don't let them hit you, but mercenaries seem to drop them. And I didn't see that off in the distance, even though I looked twice, but we're about to see it now. Yep. I'm taking some rounds. Hey, you want to go? Okay. I need merc kills and you guys are mercs. Oh, there he is. Didn't get him yet. Alright. One. Another. Oh, you're late to the party. Alright, that'll work. So that was kind of nice. We got a few extra mercenary kills with this truck coming along. I believe that that's going to count as... Oh, jump up and get plates. Alright. I think it's going to count at least 3 or 4 that I got in that. It's usually 5, but sometimes you'll see them guys just hovering across the ground as they glitch out and fall out of the vehicle, whatever. Alright, so we're going to hit this stronghold. There you go. And like I said before, whenever you hit a stronghold, you always got to look behind you because the mercs will bring the heat. The zombies. Oh, here you go, bud. You can have
The zombies will key into sounds like that grenade explosion, the gunfire, and they do come to investigate. So we're just gonna room by... Dude, I can see you. That's garbage. Okay. But we're just gonna go room by room, floor by floor. Oh, hey. There we go. That'll work. And then always check behind you. Oh, look out. Holy crap. Alright, so there's at least one... Damn it. There's at least one guy left over who got quite an arm on him. I'm sure there's more than that. We'll check through here. Let's clear this room. Maybe around the corner. No. Okay. Alright, so I think it's just the guys that are in that last room we're going to have to deal with. Oh, there they are. What the hell, lady? It's not clear. Oh, it's completely not clear. Yep, okay, I think it's clear now. We're going to go ahead and do the safe, just to get those extra 4 mercenary kills. Just, you know, more count to us. We're definitely not going to be doing warlords today, but... So, with that done, we're going to see if we can find... Oh, man. We're looking for more mercenary camps, or the possibility of doing a contract. It's kind of a dead area here. Got that mercenary camp down there, but you know what? We're going to head off. And we're going to pull one of the escort contracts. So we're going to head all the way across the map in order to do one of those escorts. I don't know, it seems weird that I have to go so far, but whatever. So we're heading that way. And on the way there, we're coming up on this road, and of course I'm going to hit that tree, the one tree, but whatever. And I start taking rounds, which means there's a free-running mercenary, I guess? I don't know. We need the kills, we'll take it. Come on, dude. Just, oh, these are tier 2s coming across now. Come on, bud. Come on. Alright, so we're going to do that. We got another mercenary here in this area, and we do see a third. So I'm thinking there may be a convoy here. There might be a mercenary camp that somebody cleared out but didn't get everybody. So we're going to take a look up there and see what we can find. Oh, you know what? I could use the plates. Why not? Let's go up here and see. They really, the same tree. There's one tree here. Okay, anyway. So we scoot up. What do we see here? I just see that one truck. Alright, let's just go. Hey, something interesting. One of the, there you see I got 15 equipment kills. I didn't realize that driving a truck was considered equipment. But, managed to knock out a daily challenge just by hitting people with my truck, which... That's a favorite pastime of mine in this game. Hey, look, mercenaries. Aim's going to be a little questionable there. Alright. So we clear those guys out, and now we're going to do this escort contract. This is going to help us with the 250 kills, and help us with the fire kills, and also the criticals that we have to get. We're just doing our best to aim. And, so notice this, taking rounds again. There's a recon guy. Alright, so it looks like somebody started that stronghold and didn't finish it. Maybe they took off, maybe they died, I don't know. Door is open and there's guys in. Alright. Hey, this is some free mercenary kills while we're waiting to do a contract, so I'll take it, you know. I'll take it. So let's head in, see what we can find in there. Yeah, there's some in here. Alright, slowly work our way up the stairs. We'll go forward from that grenade. Might hurt a little, but that's alright. There's quite a few mercenaries up here. I don't know what happened. Hey, what's up? Yeah, didn't see him. Okay, there we go. Alright, you know what? We'll drill the safe. We killed the extra guys that came out with the safe, so there you go. We got one camp, 2 strongholds, and a couple extra guys that we came across. So we're doing pretty well with the merc kills without having to do a contract. Alright, so we're going to start this ACV. And we're going to just hop on and take a ride. Now, I really like doing these contracts, the escort contracts, when I'm doing weapons camos, because it seems to cover so many of the bases with just doing this simple mission. It's not hard. You can do this by yourself. But some of the camos require you to get hellhound kills. And I don't think there's anything that generates as many hellhounds as the escort contract does. If you need to get special zombies or specifically manglers, they show up here. I think the lowest I've ever seen was I did get 1 in a mission, and then I got 5, I think is the most. So here we're just going to switch over to the machine gun, start knocking in some of these brain rot kills that we need, because we do need 250 of those, so we'll work on that. Let's see. Go back. Oh, look at that. There's our 250 kills with the Avancer. And we also got the fire damage, so we were able to do those exactly together. Which is kind of deceptive, because you don't get the fire credit when you shoot mercenaries. And I think I already had some progress on the Advancer. So here we're going to switch guns now that I know my 250 kills are done. And boom. Now, I don't know if you noticed that, but I like to push the health of that vehicle. As long as it doesn't hit 0, it stays alive. Ooh, that'll be good. Dude, calm down. Calm down. But as long as that ACV doesn't hit 0, the mission will complete. So I use it to kind of draw some fire, almost like a decoy grenade to help keep things. Dude, come on. To help keep things off of me. Hey, we turned him. There we go. Alright, so we finally can get to see what's in the reward. Yeah, I'll take a self-revive. Quick revive's not going to help me that much. Anyway. Oh, look, we got another brain rot. Now, that's just in case. We'll carry it. So if we don't get this done in one deployment, then, you know, we'll have one. But I'm not going to do any more camps or strongholds. I just pulled this ether extractor mission in order to get some more mercenary kills. I know I got to be close. Did basically 2 strongholds, a couple free runners, and a camp. I only needed 50, so we're going to pull that and head on up here. This is a difficult mission to do by yourself. It is doable, but usually takes a lot of plates. These guys can aim pretty well. And the zombies, of course, don't want to leave you alone while you're trying to do this. It wouldn't be so bad if you could just focus directly on the ether extractors, but they never let you. So we're just going to do this to see if we can get our mercenary kills here. Oh, well, we got the criticals. That's good. Oh, there we go. We only needed 1. Boy, that would have been irritating to exfil and only need the 1 kill. So you know what? I'm just going to roll out of here, and we'll let that. Ah, she was so mad at me, lady. You need to calm down. All right, I'm doing the best I can out here. But yeah, we're just going to let that contract expire. We got what we needed. There's no point in wasting our time here. So we're looking at where the closest pack-a-punch is so that I can put some of that essence I've got into the machine gun. And also want to pick up some plates because those mercenaries were tough on us, and especially not completing the contract. I didn't get to pick up any of the ones I'd be dropping from them. So we'll just fill the rucksack with as many plates as we can carry. And with 3 minutes left, we're going to head to exfil. So the FR is looking like it's in great shape, and I'm pretty sure that it's done. We did get the fire and the 250 kills at the same time. We just got the critical kills. Dude. And we got the mercenary kill. So that one's done. So we're going to try to focus as much as we possibly can on just doing some damage with the brain rot and with the LMG. And then that should finish it up. That'll pretty much get us everything we were trying to do. So we are going to exfil farm a little bit. I can handle 1 or 2 rounds of this before I get tired of it or before it annoys me. And we're just going to group them up. I know I need to try to get kills without reloading, which shouldn't be a problem with the machine gun. So we're just going to pour it into this group. Hey, we turned one. Oh, dude. Dude. So while I'm doing this, I'm sitting here shooting, and we're having a great old time, and we get the kills without reloading. So there's another tick off. We still haven't clicked the 250s, but that's okay. We're going to call this in again. And then this guy shows up. Hey. So there's a kind of debate, or see some comments looking on social media, and you'll see things about this. People talk about, you know, I'm trying to exfil farm, and then some dude comes in and ruins it for me. The way I look at it, and you know, my belief on this is the only place on this map that you own, so to speak, is your spawn. Everything else is free range. Everybody can do what they want to do. Now, is that you don't own the exfil. It's that simple. You don't own the exfil. If somebody else comes along and they want to exfil farm, or they want to do something, they have every right to do it. Now, personally, if I see somebody there, I'll kind of avoid them. But you know what? If it's time to leave, hey, look at that. We got our 250 kills. And yes, we got the 250 with the toxic damage at the same time. So, hooray. It's time to go. We don't need to stick around here too much longer, do we? Get these guys away. Yeah, okay, well, you know what? That was a short timer and the helicopter left. But we still have time because the gas isn't that close. But like I was saying, personally, if I see somebody doing something, I'll move on, or I don't interrupt them unless my goal is to get out. If I'm trying to leave, I don't care if you're exfil farming. I mean, I'm using this to go home. This is getting me out of here. That's what this is for. But you really can't just say, you know, leave. I'm trying to do something. It's an open map. Everyone has every right to be wherever they're at. Now, they don't have the right to be toxic or specifically messing with you. That's a different subject. But as far as exfils goes, yeah, it's open range. So, 640 kills, and 64 mercenaries. How did I get extra? You see that? I needed 50 kills and I got 64. And I didn't anyway. But there you go. We see a lot of things clicking off there. Got a lot of XP. So let's take a look and see how we did. So on the FR, we did, in fact, get them all done. We did the 4 base camos, and we did get credit for golden ivory, so now we got another click for spinal husk. There was more assault rifles throughout the seasons. That's why it says 10 of 8. I only needed to do 8, but I've got 10 done. And on the RAL, we did exactly what we wanted. We got the kills without reloading. We got the toxic kills. We got the 250. Looks like we got 4 out of 50 on the armored zombies. I think there was a few that showed up in the exfil, and that's where that came from. So, you know, staying in tier 1 is going to take forever to get that done if you're doing 4 per deployment. But like I said earlier, our goal here was to knock out these 3 camos and then do this second part with the armored zombies and then the 100 kills and successfully exfil. We're going to do that in the second deployment. So there you go. That's what, 1 deployment. I got 5 on one gun and 3 on the other. So 8 camos unlocked in a single run. And that's my advice. That's how you want to do this. You don't want to just bring in a gun, work on it. You're going to do 1 gun, a couple camos. Try to pair them up. Try to see similarities and look at things that you can do and say, okay, well, if I do these 2, then is that going to interfere with doing something else? Is that going to be, etc.? We're going to look and see what the next gun we're going to do is. The next one on the line is the M13C, which, this is a great gun. I like this one, actually. Already got one built. Let's see. We need kills, full attachments. That's easy. Manglers between contracts and exfil. That'll be real easy. And 100 kills shortly after using a field upgrade. Ugh, that's a pain in the ass one. To do that one, normally I'll pick the fastest recharging, whether it's Ether Shroud or that's what I use. I use the Ether Shroud when I go in there. But you want to look at your field upgrade and see which ones have the fast timers on that. But that's another video. So there you go, guys. It's just a little bit of a hint to doing camos faster. As always, if you enjoy the content, give me a like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment, and we'll pick up where we leave off here. So I'll talk to you later, guys.